This video is on something really at the very heart of EFC. So EFC is a non-guru approach, not just one teacher, not just me, not just one style like Aikido or whatever, but really an integrative approach. And one of the things that's most special about it is I'm a little bit proud, if I'm honest, I've contributed to this field, is this principles. So Paul Linden came up with an algorithm for centering. So rather than just saying, here's a centering technique, he came up with a way you could develop centering techniques, a way you could work with any kind of noxious stimulus and any kind of centering. I call these principles just because algorithms are a bit scientific-y sounding and turn some people off. He came up with the first one. I've since looked at all these different things teachers were doing. Look at Strozzi or Stuart Heller or Ginny Whitelaw, and I go, well, hang on a minute. There's something behind what they're doing. There's something in common with what they're doing. And once I was able to take that out, I was able to see, make a much more generative way of working. So what I love about this is you can produce your own techniques, you can be creative, you can adapt. So I don't know, let's say you only know centering through a grab, right? Well, it's a good technique, but what if someone's traumatized and a grab's too much? Maybe that was a precursor to a sexual assault, pretty common, sadly. Maybe you're in an environment where you can't touch people. Maybe it's the Middle East and there's a gender issue, or you're working with Orthodox Jews or something, right? So there's lots of ways in which a grab might not be cool, yeah? So if you know the way of working with centering, it's not just a grab or even not just 10 techniques, but it's the principle of working. You can adapt it to the situation, the culture. You can invent your own techniques. So I'll give an example. One of my students was working with kids and it was a hot summer's day and they taught centering using water pistols, so squirting water at each other. What a brilliant idea. Another time I was in Lithuania, it was winter, there was snow outside. I said, right, let's get some fresh air. We did centering by walking into the snow. And we used the same basic principles and I'd never been told that idea, I just came up with it in the moment. So you can create your own stuff, you can be generative, you can be creative, you can be appropriate to the environment you're in. And you're also just getting a deeper understanding of embodiment, like why is it working? So principles, some of them are very broad, like awareness and choice. Once you know this, you'll start saying, okay, that's what's going on here. You can actually learn quicker. You can see what other people are doing easier. Familiarity principle. You can design your own stuff again. You can get a deeper understanding of why it's working. Deviation principle. You can go, okay, that's what we're doing. So look at the principles handout. I think it takes about 2 years to get the principles. In embodied yoga, we use them, embodied yoga principles. In the coaching, I use them. First, if you're pretty new to this stuff, just learn some forms, learn some basic centering, 4 elements, coaching, basic techniques. And then over time, you're actually going to start to see what's beneath them. And then you might want to review those notes. If you've been around for a while, if you've been doing embodied stuff with different teachers, you've done this, you've done that, have a look at them now, study it, see if you can draw that out. I think it's quite advanced. And I'd say every year, maybe only half the people on EFC really get it. And you can still get a lot from EFC without getting it, but it is the heart of it. And it is the sophisticated level. And normally by the time everyone does the second year, if they do room team or they do mentoring, they go, oh, and it's like a deeper approach. So principles-based approach is a fundamentally different way of doing it than just learning the technique from the teacher. I think better, richer, and more generative. Hope that is useful. If it doesn't make sense, if you're on EFC, don't worry, we'll talk it over. We can explore it, we'll give you examples, the room team will do demo sessions and we'll take them apart based on the principles to help you bring this to life. So this is just a first take for you.